Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. I, Scar Bray, am here with a heavy machine gun, well actually light machine gun, Red Lucy, and Torch. And now, I would continue to do the King's Quest, but I realized something. I have a few Fiend Heads I could turn in for a bounty. So I'm gonna do the 3-card bounty quest. Let's see. Then I'll start on the King's Quest. Or, yeah. Yeah, you are.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel.
You're having trouble with... Oh, I won't think about bounty.
No. Well. Lost a lot of good men to this psychopath. I guess we can send first recon. Think you can take down another one?
I have another head here.
You killed another one. Yeah, that's Cook. Ugh, did he always smell like this, even before? Well, this is payback for at least one of... That's two.
Alright, I'll go after Violet.
Violet it is. Just watch...
Where can I find her?
Good question.
Anything else?
One more thing. If you want the... That means... You bring me a head that looks like a rotten tomato. Good luck to you.
Okay.
Well, that could be Violet. Or it
God,
could
I
be
didn't
someone
even
else in
realize
time.
I had to get her head alive,
Take
but
your
I'm
word
not
for it.
reloading
I
that
can't
save.
give you a
It's
full
too long
reward.
ago.
You've been one hell of a stroke of good. Wish I had a few grunts as good as you.
There.
Perimeter's been quiet since you left.
Alright, now... Time to do the King's Quest. Just, not here, but really. Hello?
What do we have here?
Yes, he's a king. Hey, to see him?
Anything's...
New in town, wanted to pay my respects.
You know what? I like you. Head on through.
Hey.
Look, Rexy, someone new's come to see us.
Yeah, I actually
boy.
did live in
Hasn't
Las
been
Vegas
feeling
in
well
real
lately.
life. I think I might
I'm
have
the king.
mentioned it
What can
before.
I do for you?
And there were a lot of Elvis impersonators there. Like, so yeah, this is actually pretty accurate. I'm pretty sure post-apocalypse that, yeah, there would be a cult revolving around him. Alright, do you have work for me?
Maybe so. Maybe so. You do me a favor, and
What do you need me to do?
I'll start you off with something easy.
Yes.
It's good money if you can... He's making a killing
Yeah,
in
the
repeat
okay,
business.
this quest.
Once someone hires him, they never want anyone else. Specifically, I want you to hire... If nothing happens, so be it.
Sure.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I'm not sure he'll believe me. If, like, I can't...
Personal space meaning anything to you guys?
I just came out. You're 6 feet away. Well, let's see. Considering how we're all armed with... Well, I have a heavy weapon. Lucy has a pretty big weapon. And Torch is a fucking fire gecko. I have my doubts that he'll believe that we're just innocent tourists. Oh, it's you!
You need to cross.
How much for your services?
200.
Okay, I'll hire you.
Done and done. We'll be heading down the... I'll keep a brick.
God, I didn't even... Is that guy added by a mod? Well, yeah, you know what? He'll be good for the upcoming firefight, since I'm pretty sure we'll have to kill this guy.
To your left here is the old Mormon fort. You get roughed up, the followers there will patch you right up. Not that I ever need. Up ahead on the next block.
Well, I'm
Kids
horribly
out.
over-leveled, so I don't think I need
Stuff
them either. Yeah, like, the Kings, they
Down to
are
the
a
right here is
gang
the
in
fun part of
Freeside,
town.
but I
You
kind of
haven't
like them
seen
because
Freeside till you've been to the
they're
Rhine.
more like a ruling body, so to speak, and they do have good intention. And, like, God, how to put it this way.
Hey.
So, I think a comparison might be certain periods of the Middle Ages, where you would have people who, in times of crisis, were bandits, but ended up becoming, I'm talking about certain parts of the 100 Years' War, but ended up basically sort of taking over an area and became more like nobles. Now,
Gotcha.
another example, possibly, of people who could be like them would be Robert Guiscard. He was a Norman knight from the
Nothing to worry
1000s,
You hired one of
and
those other
he
hacks,
himself,
you'd be up to your
according to
ass in low
Byzantine
life right about
sources,
now.
So take it with a grain of salt, because the Byzantines were some of his main enemies. But according to Byzantine sources, he spent his early career being a knight, basically. Well, sorry, being more like a bandit than a knight, attacking churches, raiding towns, stuff like that. And I have no doubt that he did stuff somewhat like it, but was he more of a bandit than a knight early on, or were the Byzantines exaggerating it because he was their enemy? Well, in any case, Robert Guiscard ended up taking over Sicily and a good chunk of southern Italy, and he actually was a pretty good ruler who people liked and hailed them as a liberator. So, the kings are kind of like Robert Guiscard. Anyway, you only fired 3 shots and there are 4 guys.
Noticed that, did you?
Or you just Vegas doing off business.
It's an interesting theory you've got.
Barter. You know, yeah, no, I'm just gonna report to the
Stay
kings.
close.
Aha! Probably should have saved it before this. You know what? You know, let's see, does he have any good loot on him? You know what? No, I'm just gonna reload. Yeah, I think I'm going to go through with this quest normally.
Don't distract me. I need to focus all my senses on keeping you safe.
Oh, I think reloading that save broke things. Well, you can reload the autosave just in case. Yeah, that broke it. Okay, so I'll reload this autosave. Yeah, I'm gonna report this to the gang, let him handle things. I mean, yeah, 200. I technically spent 300 taps on this whole thing with that guy, but he's a legitimate bodyguard, not like this guy.
Nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Oh, here we.
I am not going to keep my mouth shut about it. Going right to the kings.
What do you have for me?
He's a fraud, it fakes a tax base here.
So that's how it happens. Okay then, I'll have some guys pull him off the street when no one's looking. You've shown me something, so maybe you can help me with a matter that's a little more important.
Okay.
A lot of folks around these parts who've been here a while resent the sheer number of people that have come into the area. In turn, the newcomers, most of whom come from the NCR, have gotten ornery from being resented. Sometimes things get violent. This is one of those occasions. Recently, a few friends of mine were attacked, and I want you to find out who did it. Word's come that they just woke up over at the old Mormon fort just north of here. Head on over, see if they remember anything.
Okay, I'll head over right away.
Good.
Probably that. Hey,
What is it?
the king asked me to look into your attack.
Oh, that's different then.
Can you tell me about it?
Well, it happened at night, around as we were leaving the Wrangler. We must have taken a from out of nowhere. The kid there's about as kid got the word.
You remember anything about the people who attacked
They
you?
were big guys, young too. No old geezers like me. Hell, none of them looked even half my age. I was most.
I have to get going.
I hope you find the bastard. Wayne, it's okay. The king sent him.
Morning.
Oh wait, he's talk to Wayne? Oh, there.
That true?
You did. Anything that might help?
I don't really know what else I can add.
Every bit helps.
Sorry
Thanks.
I couldn't help more. Hey, wait. I just remembered something. I might have heard. We had just about had it when one of them... Now that I think of it, he said Lou...
He probably said Lieutenant Wayne. The boy means well, but he's dumb as a mutant sometimes.
Yeah, highly suspicious. Yeah, like, I mean... Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, I actually haven't played The Hunter Call of the Wild in a while. I just liked it so much that I got so much footage on the first time playing it that's been months and I don't need to get more.
Have you found anything?
One of them is a
Bunch of
flashbang range.
soldier boys, huh? They usually don't come around these parts since their big base is on the other side of the strip. If they're coming over here now, it's got to be for a reason. I didn't want to believe the rumors that they're looking to take over Vegas, but now...
Well, I mean,
if
obviously
something
the
big is
NCR
going
wants
down,
to.
I'm sure rumors of it will have spread. Ask around, particularly in the squatter areas where the NCR folk hang. You might also mosey on over to the Mormon fort and chat Julie Farkas up. The followers tend to be in the know about these things. Just don't ask her what to do about it. She'll probably ask you to hug someone or something.
Okay, then. Okay, I'm gonna try to talk to Julie Farkas first, so let's see. Oh. And she's a follower, apparently.
Hello.
Oh, there you are.
Is there something you need?
What do you know about NCR soldiers?
Only a little. A friend of mine, Major Elizabeth Kieran, has been handing out supplies.
The king thinks they're attacking locals.
I know something's got them riled up, but I've been too busy with other matters to really look into it. If you're looking into the matter, talk to Elizabeth. She's in charge of the operations here in Freeside, though she won't open up to you right away. If Elizabeth holds out on you, tell her that I sent you. She should be a little more forthcoming if you mention my name. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Okay, I'm gonna talk to Major Elizabeth Kieran. Oh.
Hold up. What's the...
Okay, Major Kieran on urgent business. Good thing I have the speech.
Here you go. I hope this helps.
Hello.
Welcome.
Are you with the NCR military?
Yes.
Do you serve food to the locals as well?
No, I'm afraid we don't.
Why don't you serve locals?
That's not really a...
Julia Farkas asked me to ask that was important.
You know Julie? Not everyone in the end. If you really want to know, we sent an...
And the king refused?
In a manner of speaking. Our envoy was brutally beaten and only barely... I managed to get clearance to carry out the mission. Now, there's not enough supplies to go around, even if I wanted to serve the rest of Freeside, which I don't. That's all in the past now.
Okay, then. Trying to inform the king of this.
Hey there. I heard that NCR soldier lady told you some wild story about them sending a messenger to us to work out some deal. That's bullshit, and it's nothing to bother the king with. More like they sent someone to spy on us and he wasn't tough enough. So do ever...
I think you should know about it.
That's a shame.
And Pacer's going to try something. Stupid. Okay.
You find out something about them
Okay, distribution supplies.
handing out supplies? Like food and stuff? That ain't nothing to get ruffled over. You find anything else?
Only out supplies to NCR citizens.
Ah, that would explain the goons.
They said someone was sent to discuss the issue with you.
Wait a minute. They said what?
The man was severely beaten and barely survived.
That would explain why they're all riled at us. Seems like we have a big misunderstanding. What the hell?
King, we've got problems.
Lay it on me. What's going on?
There's a shootout going down near the train station. It's Pacer and some strangers. Might be NCR.
What is that fool doing? I need you to head out there and try to
Alright, time to defuse the situation.
Personal space meaning anything to you guys?
Yeah, just going to go through the king's quest line. Okay, stop shooting. Oh, you got these guys killed. Well, I'm taking this. Taking this. Lucy,
Do you need ammo?
you 357 Magnum rounds and 10mm. Oh, what do you have? Oh yeah, definitely taking these. Lucy,
What do you
more
need?
357 rounds. I wonder what the NCR is thinking to see me stop
You there, keep your
body.
hands so we can see him. Draw a weapon and we will fire.
Okay, as long as you let me talk. Hello,
This isn't really a good time.
the king wants to help.
Like he helped the envoy,
He wasn't in me, even know it was sent.
then he should watch his back. Still, if the king's willing to deal with us, perhaps...
There.
Hello?
Hello.
Now let's see if Pacer has anything to say about it, or if he'll just run off.
The king just sent a messenger over, saying these guys are off. Looks like you get to... What's up?
He let his hatred of the NCR in wait will find him and just get some people killed, because ultimately, I don't think the Kings, or like a gang in Freeside, can take on the NCR that controls California. Like, there isn't really much. Do you really think they could win? No, best they could do is ally themselves with another faction, but that might not end well either.
I heard all about what happened. Maybe it's time for a little more
That was
talking
fast.
and a little less fighting. You've helped us plenty, so I'll tell you what. Just this one. Don't rush it, though.
I mostly just want another quest. Okay, let's see. I definitely want to get lock picking up to like 40. Also want to get barter up. Energy weapons, guns, science, speech. And yeah, I say that do.
Things have been a lot better since...
Yeah, I want to join the Kings.
Whoa there. Second, I have to approve. But if you're fixing to join something fierce, stick around.
Why isn't every man Freeside in your gang?
We've tried to pass our philosophy on to the people of Freeside, but not everyone is ready to be a king. The kids love us, but the old-timers tend to shy away and keep to themselves. And they probably couldn't pull off the look anyway. As for the others, some people just plain don't respect others, and that's a no-no. If there's one thing I won't tolerate, it's lack of respect.
Other questions? Favor.
Fine, but
Okay, robot dog.
I got Rex here from a set.
Is anything wrong with him?
He's been acting peculiar for some time now. I took...
Can they do any? Can I help somehow?
I don't know. Maybe. If you found... Your best bet would be to talk to Julie
Okay. Now, you know what? For the favor, I want to join the Kings.
Normally, we don't let outsiders. From this day forward, you're one of us, and no one... In addition, if you want to do something about that hair of yours, talk to... Perhaps more importantly, you've earned the right to wear something a little more...
Thanks, I'd be happy to wear it, but I kinda need the armor. Now, time to help the king save his dog.
Hey,
Time to, yeah. Not sure if we'll finish it up in this video, but we'll
Hey.
try. Okay, Julie.
Hi, do you need assistance?
Robotic dog.
Rex? It breaks my heart every time I see him. He's such a...
Good. You can't heal him?
No, Rex's condition is way beyond...
So, is there anyone else?
There's an old scientist named Dr. Last I heard, he was
Oh, Jacobstown. I like that place. Alright. Going to return to the king? Yeah, look on, I get to go to Jacobstown. Oh, I didn't think I'd get to cover their quest line in this playthrough, but... I'm going to. Oh, maybe I'll get another party member there. God, imagine how
We've got stuff
overpowered
we're
I'll
not
be when
even
I'm
allowed to
over-leveled
sell.
and have a massive party. But yeah, like, Jacobstown, oh god, that place is awesome.
hey,
Okay. Okay, King, your dog can be
Things have been a
saved.
lot better since you helped...
I banned Jacobstown to teach Rex.
She said, what? Why didn't she just say so when I was there? I vaguely recall something about upending a few tables. Only thing is, there's too much going on. You seem to be awfully interested in my... You promised to get Rexy here to that doctor, and I'll lend him to you. What do you say?
Absolutely.
I can't thank you enough. Now, there's a few things you should know about old Rex here if you're going to be traveling together. First, he hates rats. Can't stand the things. Giant rats, mole rats, doesn't matter. He catches a whiff of one, and he's off like a shot after him.
It'll
He's
probably
normally
be very
pretty
helpful
obedient,
as long as
but
you
you might
avoid
have
a
to chase him
surgeon
some if he goes
place.
after one of the little
Where the
varmints.
mole rat isn't
Second,
evil or
he doesn't
whatever,
like hats, or
dangerous,
the
I guess
people
would be a
wearing
better
them.
term since it's an
Don't
animal.
ask. I have no idea why. Maybe because it rhymes
Well,
with rats. That should be it, though. I wish you both luck.
Yeah, I will.
Rex, this is your new master. Protect him as you would me.
Alright. Now, Rex has joined the party.
Hey,
Time to go to Jacobstown. Let's see, where is the closest fast travel point to it? Alright. This is gonna be a little bit of a long trip, but it'll be worth it. I don't think there are many videos talking about Jacobstown on YouTube, since it's a bit of an out-of-the-way place. At the very least, I haven't seen many playthroughs that involve it. Well, at least Torch has another animal to be his friend. But yeah, I do like Jacobstown.
Hey,
Oh, mantises. Yeah. Well, at least the rest of my party is more than I'm gonna use it my aim. At least we got him. Rex, you alright? Lucy, Torch. Fine. Damn. Okay, sounds fine. Good boy, Rex. And, yep. Super mutants who aren't hostile.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin.
Yep, a town
Don't
filled
like
with
people looking
friendly
at you.
super mutants.
And if you're
after
NCR,
Fallout
keep it to
4's
yourself.
basically character assassination of
popular
them.
around here.
And how Bethesda treats them as, well, orcs. Not Skyrim orcs, mind you, but more generic orcs, which are perfectly fine for certain forms of fantasy, but the super mutants were more of it than that. Anyway, I'm looking for Dr. Henry.
Doc's inside the lodge.
Okay, what's wrong with the Nightkin?
Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using. One of the reasons I settled Jacob... While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed to have stealth boys, so their craziness doesn't get worse. Trouble is, the Nightkin don't like being visible either. They don't take being exposed too well.
Understandable. By this, I can see on
A lot of bad blood between super mutants and humans. Goes back years. Some here still got the scars and memories. Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but they try. Legion? That's another story.
Don't worry, I'm going to kill the Legion. Let's see. What do you know?
Caesar thinks he can change human nature. Most of the Legion is following Caesar, not Caesar's ideals. When he's gone, it'll crumble. Might not happen overnight.
Not in the way it does in the
Might take
Fallout
a few
show, but it
decades,
will
it'll
crumble.
happen. Basic human nature. Greed, ambition, jealousy. We'll see to it.
You always them ambitious.
They expand. Fast. If you got land they want, they'll take it. Eventually. Did it out west, they'll do it here. They keep rolling over people. They'll regret it.
Anything else?
Seen them grow from a single town, Shady Sands, into the Republic. They've done good for the most part.
Any dealings with New Vegas?
Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the wasteland.
About as close as
Never
it
been
can
there
be.
myself. Doubt they'd let a mutant in.
They might.
Amazes me people would come from all over the waste to throw away everything they've got in that town.
Yeah, but gambling's been a problem throughout human history. Anything else? Any town rules?
Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fights or steal anything. We'll treat you fair. Not a lot to ask.
Okay, questions? History.
Was a resort pre-war. I renamed it to Jacobstown after an old friend. Died a long time ago. I figured us mutants needed a place to call our own. Town's far enough away from humans so they don't bother us much. One of these days, I'm hoping we can trade with the rest of the wasteland. No more fighting, just get...
I hope so, too. What about you?
Was part of a super mutant army. Ran a town, walked the wasteland with tribal.
I wonder if Jacob was a
Now
character
I'm
from a
here.
previous Fallout game.
Long story, so here's the short version. The Master created the super mutants and Nightkin. The Master thought he could unify everyone.
Your mayor?
Town was Broken Hills. Bunch of super mutants, humans, and ghouls all living together peacefully. Well, most of the time.
Okay, more about the tribal.
We were looking for a Gek to save the village of Arroyo.
I wonder if this guy is
Eventually
a
we
character
did.
in a previous game.
Nuked an oil rig in the process.
Yeah,
We
I
went
think he
separate
is.
ways after that. I went east into the Rockies, looking for other mutants like myself. Don't know what happened to my friend. I've got a feeling it turned out all right in the end.
Okay, something else. Bye-bye. Okay, just avoid looking at the Nightkin. I'm going to do the Jacobstown quests after I complete the King's quests. And I'll probably also let's do the
Another human. One was enough.
you go.
Bother someone else.
Okay. Goodbye. Let's see, I think this way? Oh yes, this way. Hello.
I assume
Cyberdog.
it's neural degradation. Biomed gel can only preserve a living brain for so long, so you'll need to
See?
find a replacement. I haven't left Jacobstown in years, but there was one woman in Novak. Aside from her, I know that the Fiends and Caesar's Legion fight.
Okay then, might find our human.
I prefer the solitude. And
Alright, goodbye. Alright, time to go to Lady Gibson. Yeah, complete the King's quest. Ah, there you are. Hello.
So, you're back.
And your new brain.
Dr. Henry. Now there's a name I haven't heard in years. Hard to believe he's still alive. As for your request, it's a bit ghoulish if you ask me, but Ray is pretty. As for the price for the...
Yeah, it isn't really... You know what, I'm gonna give 700 caps. I have a lot of money, and it isn't immortality, because once again, it can only preserve the brain for so long. Oh, just giving me the brain. Yeah, that definitely was ghoulish. I'm going to just go back to Jacobstown now.
Got a problem. Could use your help.
Sure. Okay. What do you want me to do?
You're human. I'm not asking you to kill them. Just talk them into leaving.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks.
Alright, the brain transfer can, wait, because, like, these guys will literally attack the town if I don't deal with them, at least in universe. Hello.
Our business is with...
If you're with if you're mercenaries, will caps make you alright?
We're still owed half. 20...
Don't have enough speech. See, hold on.
Yep.
Probably won't use it.
What?
I know, here's your money.
A deal?
Like, I have plenty, I'm not too worried about it, so... I'll go back and talk to them.
Something on your mind?
Yeah, do you want any trouble?
Good. Glad you didn't kill them. Letting them walk away proves we're not bloodthirsty mutants. If NCR or anybody else is looking for an excuse to attack Jacobstown, they're not gonna get it from us.
Good. Now, what's the story with Keen?
Smart, charismatic, hell, he's got a lot of pull with Nightkin, though. Keen is saner than most, but I know he's thinking of going his own way again.
Why does Keen want to leave?
Because of a promise, one I haven't been able to keep. Nightkin have a hard time being seen like normal folks. Can't stand it. A few already left to try and find more stealth boys. Miserable situation. They either stay here and suffer, or dig up stealth boys and lose their minds. Not much of a choice.
Okay, what happens if he leaves?
That happens, there's a good chance other Nightkin will follow. It'll make it hard to get a cure to them. Worse, if Keen and the Nightkin tear up the Mojave hunting for stealth boys, people are gonna get killed. Most humans can't tell the difference between mutants. Might come here looking for payback.
When the Nightkin listen to you?
That's like saying Caesar and Kimball would listen to each other. Nightkin don't have a lot of trust for others, mutants included.
Alright, so let's talk about something else. Alright, I'm going to do brain transplant. And yeah, I'm going to do Jacobstown quest next one. Yeah, probably next time. For now, well, we'll see. Jacobstown, finish up the quest there, do the quest that I still have left in the quest log. And we'll be good. Okay, you.
Again, you...
New brain.
Very well.
Ray won't believe himself.
All right, let's see here. Neural path. If I transplant it...
Sure.
Have a seat. Again, you interrupt.
Thank you. Alright, now I want to talk to the king, make sure everything's good there. Let's see, quests. Okay, time to go to, I guess this will get me close to the king. Okay, we'll talk to the king and then I think we'll call it a video.
Why, Rick?
Sure did.
You're a man of your word. If you want, hold on to Rick.
What are you telling me about Pacer?
Pace? He and I grew... Don't judge him too harshly for trying to get some caps out of you. There have been a lot of people moving in the... There's me, again, and while they're...
Yeah, it actually kinda is. Because next time, we're going to Jacobstown. Thank you for watching, everyone, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe.